1 year ago, we toured the grow domes from the company Growing Spaces, and I was struck with how peaceful, serene, and calm being inside a dome filled with plants and flowing water changed me almost instantly. I realized that although mountain living is striking and beautiful in its own way, the 6 months of winter really takes its toll with its lack of greenery, cold temperatures, and severe weather. After being inside a grow dome, I knew I had to have one of my own, not just to grow things and get self-sufficient, but to feel connected to nature and slow down and just be present. So these days, this is how I start my mornings, with a stroll to my garden oasis in the making. No scrolling on a screen, just sounds and nature in my own backyard. This isn't a finished project, not by far, but even in its rawest form, this place is already becoming something more than I imagined.
Well, so here I am, tucked in my little corner. It's very exciting at this point to actually have plants growing in the dome, seedlings on the shelf, and the next project is building some raised beds. So we're definitely getting there, but there's just something about coming into the dome in the morning time and just having a slow start to the day, tending to all the plants. I can even water them using the pond water. My container's up right by the pond. And so this is my little morning routine. I'll come around and give watering to plants that need a little bit of moisture. Sometimes the tomato plants go through quite a bit. They start to droop. Sometimes it's the squash or the pepper plants. I like this little nozzle because you can really point and squirt. And I'll top off my seedlings. So yeah, I call this my little green corner because that's where I put all the plants, but pretty soon the whole dome is going to be green inside, and even unfinished, it's still a pretty cool place to hang out. Now that we finally got fans in here and the pond, the temperature is definitely more moderate. And when it starts to heat up in the middle of the day, I'll just spray down the dirt with a hose, and that cools it off by 10 degrees. But pretty soon when the cherry tree starts branching out more and the fig tree, there'll be a lot more shade in here in just a year's time. You know, when I'm wandering in here in the morning with a cup of tea and I'm hearing the water going, this is when it starts to feel like a retreat. Because I'm already picturing the fish in the pond. I'm already picturing the plants on top of the pond. I can see a trellis going in. I see grapevines growing. You know what? And this weekend we're going to be starting on the raised beds. So definitely going to be getting some plants into the ground. But for the time being, definitely not a bad place to escape the worries of the world, being at one with my plants. And even though it's still a dirt floor right now, it's still a special place to hang out. This little butterfly thinks so. While the rest of the dome feels a little chaotic with the scaffolding and the ladders and the unfinished construction, there's still little wins that I'm celebrating every day. For example, can you say first tomato, anyone? This is bigger than our last tomato from the entire summer last year. Seeing the first butterfly. And an aloe plant that's throwing out tons of babies. I hope you come along on my mission to turn this dome greenhouse into a complete garden sanctuary. It's going to be amazing. Little miracles are popping up every day. Every week is a new transformation. So next week, I hope we'll have fish and plants in the pond and some garden beds to show for it. So hit subscribe and find your peace in my Eco Dome oasis.